Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Truth Train here on the podcast platform that you have preferred for your listening.
The podcast platform, your lifestyle dictates that you need.
Yeah. And speaking about lifestyles that people need, I'm sitting here with Dex Carrington, the much sought after person for truth and for longevity.
People want a piece of the lifestyle.
If you want to live in a world where you can be 150, maybe more even, you should listen to his catering advice.
This is the world you want, right here.
He has traveled the world. He's
traveled the world in search of a cure.
Yes.
To the human condition.
He's been traveling. He's been speaking to monks, climbing the mountains.
That's right.
Swimming the ocean, and running from the government.
That's right. All at the same time.
To find the solution that is best suited for you.
That's it.
Of course, this is a podcast where we delve into the stuff that people refuse to talk about.
Tell them also that our crisis team is always standing by.
Yeah, we are expecting your call. 24/7. Our hotline is open.
We want to be your number one choice.
Yeah.
During your life crisis.
And as many episodes before, I don't lie to the audience. I have myself a cup of coffee here, and I was out drinking a little bit last night.
The greatest thing about you is that you can go out drinking, wake up, and take the hangover, as opposed to just shoving your face full of Vicodin and Valium.
So usually when I drink champagne, which I had a couple of glasses last night.
You were celebrating the very, like you were celebrating your life, basically.
Basically.
It's so great.
But when I drink white wine, I have a headache that is like no tomorrow. It's just insane. Red wine as well. So I usually stick to the beer stuff.
Right.
But yesterday I had a couple of glasses of just small amounts of the champagne. And I'm not hungover. I'm tired. Which people say, oh, I'm hungover. What is the symptoms? I'm tired. When I'm hungover, it's like, should I continue? That's my hangover. Should I continue my life?
Right.
Not the day.
Should I continue this nightmare?
Should I continue this nightmare?
Yeah.
And I remember, not long ago, I had a headache and nauseous and all that stuff. Until 10 o'clock at night on a Saturday. I was just in bed all day. And people were like, oh my God, I was also hungover. And it's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about.
They don't know anything.
They don't know anything.
Yeah, but people respect your drinking. Unlike my drinking, which they
fear.
don't.
They fear my drinking.
That's what they do.
And that's what the kids should do.
They should.
They should fear the man with the alcohol.
That's right.
And
but you're achieving great things out there.
Well, listen, Ronald Reagan's father, he was an alcoholic. Well, his son became the president.
Right. And that says all you need to know.
So what are you complaining about?
Are there any more questions?
But you were drinking too much. Yeah, but you became the president.
Yeah.
If I didn't drink, you probably just you would be, something else, low wage earner.
Yeah.
So what are you complaining? You're the leader of the free world now, and you're complaining about my drinking?
I mean, you look very cool. You have sort of like a bedhead thing going, and you look disturbed.
I am disturbed.
You look like you have, you look like you're yearning for things that will never be.
That never was and will never be.
That's it? Yeah.
So the Truth Train is gathering in the audience.
It's also picking up speed.
Of course.
If there was any doubt.
There, again, as we stated in the last episode, which was a fine episode, by the way.
Let me tell you this. The road of life is strewn with dead bodies who have doubted the velocity of the Truth Train.
We have the speed of light is the fastest thing we know.
Is what they thought.
This is what they thought until they listened to the last episode of the Truth Train.
That's it.
Okay.
Physicists called us.
Yeah, they called us. Neil deGrasse Tyson is on the line right now.
Yeah.
He wants to come on.
Yeah, but we don't have time. There's too much truth to be told.
He has too much truth, and we have to be quicker.
And we knew the whole time that it was faster than the speed of light. We don't need him to tell us.
We don't.
Hang up on him.
Yeah, I'm hanging up.
Yeah.
Anyway, nice to see you all watching this on the internet or listening to this on these the platforms.
We love our audience.
We do love. People say they love the audience, but we actually love them.
Yes.
You've made love with several of them, and they're expecting your children.
That's it.
Isn't that right?
That's true.
Many of the, well, they're not female necessarily, but I mean everyone. You don't distinguish.
I don't discriminate.
You do not.
I do not discriminate.
And you're helping them out in many ways.
Yeah.
And people who subscribe and like this podcast, I don't know it for a fact, but I just know it's true, that they have better lives afterwards.
Of course.
Some told me somebody had like an illness, chronic disease.
That's right.
And after they liked and subscribed to this podcast, not few, like some of the problems, all of the problems disappeared.
All of them. I heard of a person down in South Africa with an IQ of 70. A lot of problems in life.
A white guy in South Africa.
That's true. A white person.
White person
with an IQ of 70.
in South Africa with a low IQ.
Yes. And then they listened to the Straight Jacket episode. And now they just got a Mensa award.
Really?
155 IQ. One episode.
But still in the Straight Jacket.
Well, I mean, listen. I think people who are in the Straight Jacket milieu are just destined for greatness.
That is true.
So, give me a person from a padded cell over a person from a fancy restaurant any day.
But here's the problem with the different podcasts out there who are lying.
That's what they're doing
to their audience.
Otherwise, why don't they have the truth, the word truth in the title?
Exactly. So what I'm trying to say here is that you, luckily for us, me and the audience, you have been reading a book.
Yeah, luckily.
And
I bet a lot of people have been thinking since last week.
Has he been reading?
No.
Oh.
Who's going to get us through this?
Oh, yes.
Are we going to make it?
Yeah, we're going to make it.
How are we ever going to,
Well, we have good news.
Yes, we do.
You have been reading a book.
I've been reading a book that solves all our problems.
And can you give us a taste of what you have been reading?
100%.
Do you have the book?
Of course. It's right here in the submarine.
Right.
Yeah.
And what is the name of the book?
It's called The 48 Laws of Power.
48?
By Robert Greene.
Why not 50?
Hey, don't mess with Robert, okay? He's got this figured out. So, basically, the premise is that everybody wants power. And that's just the reality that we live in. So this whole world we live in, you may think you live in Springfield, Ohio, and that your dad's name is Robert, but that's
not true.
not even close.
It's not true.
Everything you thought you knew is wrong. Okay?
Right.
I once saw, I lived in Canada for 4 years. I remember one time in about 2006, I think it was, there was a guy who came on TV and he was a mattress salesman. And he got on the TV in one of those really, kind of cheesy commercials and he said, "Forget everything you thought you knew about duvet covers."
Yes.
And I thought, wow, that's okay. Hold on. Let's just swipe it all and get into this,
Yeah, I need to reboot.
Yeah. So in the same way, what I'm about to tell you is forget everything you thought you knew about Earth.
Right.
Right. So I'm just going to give people a second to forget everything they thought they knew about Earth. But the essence of it is this. We live in a power game, and you can't escape it. So people think they live on planet Earth and they have friends and they have family and stuff like that. They don't. They live in basically a power game simulation. Everyone wants power and people are willing to do anything to get it but they don't know it. Everyone thinks they're all nice and like, remember during COVID, like, oh my God, we're all working together. Yeah, right. Meanwhile, Fauci's getting all the power.
Yeah.
So anyway, what you want to do is you want to acknowledge the power game and get as much power as humanly possible. So I'm reading this book, and obviously this podcast wants more power. Our viewers want more power, and we want more power. So this is a win-win-win, really.
We're all winning.
Constantly. So one of the most amazing things was this. You cannot be honest with people about your true intentions. People need to be kept in the dark for their own good. So what it said in the book was, because a lot of people think this, like, I tell the truth, I'm an honest person. We have this misunderstanding about the world that, like, honesty is good, right?
Yeah.
And it says in the book, anyone can tell the truth, but it takes true courage to lie.
Right.
Right. See? And that is a topic I really want to get into because I don't think people understand what bravery really
actually is.
Yeah, what it actually is.
Yeah, because here's the thing. We are taught as young children, you should not lie. You should always tell the truth.
Yeah.
Well, that's convenient for the parents.
Yes.
Right?
That's right.
It's very convenient because, like, where did you put the thing? And then they don't lie, or like, who did this?
Yeah.
Don't lie. Tell me, like, they want efficiency in the home.
And also the teachers at school.
Teachers at school.
Right? And also the police later on, sure, they want the truth.
They want the truth as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Right.
But if you are a person of any kind of value that you like, that people respect,
Yeah.
you lie.
100%.
Not only that, but I think, I got to be honest, like, if people tell me the truth, I think it's a huge bummer. I like it when people say to me, hey, man, you don't look fat at all. I bet you get tons of women. I bet you're smart.
Yeah, that's brave to say that.
To me, yeah.
Yeah.
That's brave.
That's brave.
Because then I feel good, and I can respect a person lying to me like that.
Yeah.
But I can't respect someone who's, saying...
But do you know that that's a lie when he says that? Or do you want to believe the statement?
No, I know it's a lie. And so I appreciate them.
You know it's a lie.
Yeah, so I appreciate the lie.
Right.
I think you'd be pretty stupid not to appreciate a good lie.
I think so too.
Yeah.
You should appreciate liars.
Yes. But the most important thing is this. I think a lot of people think that they want the truth. But in the words of Jack Nicholson,
you can't handle the truth.
You cannot handle the truth. And that's where everyone goes wrong. They don't know what they want.
There's a lot of power in that statement. Not only is it a great line in a movie, but it's a great line for life itself.
For humanity.
You don't want to know the truth. You can't listen. I don't know what's going on with the planet and space and the sun and the dimensions and the solar system, and it's expanding or it's going to die out and it's never happened again, and whatever Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about, right? He's crazy too now.
Yeah.
But anyway, if we all just okay, here's what's up. This is what the Big Bang was. This is what happened before Big Bang. This is why everything exists. People would not handle it.
No.
Well, it's the truth. It would be like explaining quantum mechanics to an ant. And not a family, like not your aunt.
No.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's like describing quantum mechanics to your aunt.
Yeah. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say I was adopted, right? I mean, if someone told me that right now, I wouldn't be mad about the adoption. I would be mad at the person who told me the truth. You see what I'm saying?
Really?
Why would I want to know that? I'm living comfortable in my lie.
I would love to know that.
Why would you want to know that?
Because then I could distance myself even more.
Right.
From certain people.
Right. So because you don't appreciate your family dynamic.
Right.
Right. So you want to escape.
I want to escape like the gravity.
Right, right.
Right?
I like my family.
Escape velocity.
Right.
Get out of the gravity of the earth and then you go into space.
Right, right.
What do you call that? Whatever it's called.
But look. If you're a good person, then you walk around and you tell people, "Hey, look at you. You're not fat at all. You're a nice person. Hey, you seem smart."
Should people just say that randomly, you think?
I think it's better than the alternative.
Hey, you don't look fat at all. Do I know you? Not at all.
I think you should open every conversation with that. Hey, look at you.
You're on a date with a woman for the first time. Hey, you're not fat at all.
But even better, at the store, whenever you're buying, you buy something online and you go to their apartment. Hey, look at you. You're not fat at all.
I remember walking into a store, and there was this some guy who was folding like a sweater, and then he looked at me and he said, "Hi." I said, "Oh, hi." And then I said, "Do you have like merino wool T-shirts?" And he's like, "I don't work here." Like, okay, but yeah, okay. I thought because you were folding a sweater and saying hello, it's kind of, oh no, I'm just being nice.
Wow.
And it's like, that's not how the world works.
No.
Don't go around being nice.
Don't go around folding sweaters.
Don't fold sweaters in a shop and then say hello to somebody.
Never.
Don't do it.
No.
Do you know like how much confusion that guy
It's causing
is causing on a regular basis?
He goes into a fucking auto dealership and he's going, "So, how do you like it? Do you want to take it for a spin?"
How did you like the repairs? Great.
Yeah.
Do you work here?
No,
not at all.
No, not at all.
I have nothing. I don't even have a car.
Yeah, I just come down here in my spare time and I test drive the car with people.
Yeah, that's insane behavior.
Yes, it is.
And then I thought about it, like, well, and then, like, well, but why would you say hello to somebody you don't know while folding a sweater in a clothing store?
Did you ask him?
Like, I kind of alluded, like, hey, it's like, but the fact that he didn't see what I was seeing,
Right.
how much confusion, as I said, or you said, is he causing?
Yeah.
How much, like, is he single? And of course he is, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Because, like, she's like, I don't understand you. What's going on? He's like, oh, what do you mean? I don't understand either what's going on.
Right.
So yeah, and I thought about it, like, what if I probed him even more? You know, but why would you say hello to somebody you don't know? And then, like, how much confusion do you cause? And then
He should be interrogated.
and then, like, and maybe, like, you know, he would be like, yeah, but you're creating a situation, blah blah. And then finally, I will I imagine he will like, okay, listen, I do work here, okay, just keep it down. And then,
Right.
And then, you know.
Right,
Another
right.
time I was in a store, and I don't know, there's a lot of students working at stores, whatever store it is. And I'm not saying they're unintelligent.
No, you're not saying that at all.
I'm not saying that at all.
You're not even alluding to it.
I'm not alluding at all.
No, you're saying
But many of them are quite stupid, these people.
right.
Quite brain damaged. No, not brain damaged, but
Impaired.
yes.
Mild impairments.
Cognitively unfit.
Nice. I like that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because once I was in a store, I was looking at a jacket,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Yeah, this jacket," and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And then I looked at it, and this guy comes over and he says, "Yeah, we do have them in different sizes, you know." Like, I'm pretty sure you do. I'm pretty sure you have several sizes of this same jacket.
Right.
Because if you didn't, if this was a store that only sold small, that would be a bankruptcy happening tomorrow.
A concerning store.
That's a very bad business model.
Right.
Hey, this is a concept. We only sell small. Why? We don't. That's the concept. Yeah, we sold one jacket the last 6 months.
No.
Of course, you have several sizes. That's the whole idea with business.
What did you say to him in real life?
Thank you, you idiot.
Right.
Imagine going to China, putting down an order for this jacket. Hi, yeah. I want this jacket, want this design. Okay, what sizes do you want him to run in? What do you mean? I want only small. I want 10,000 smalls. What? You don't want medium, large, extra large? No. We don't do that.
It's our concept.
It's our concept. We only sell small people. We sell a small people.
Right.
That's what we do.
That's brilliant. Have you noticed, like, I was at a grocery store, same thing, young people there. And I went up to a girl and I said, who worked there. Obviously, she had the logo on her T-shirt and everything. Can you help me find a certain kind of red pesto? And I showed her, like, on the app, on the website, it was like, you have it in this store. But, like, can you guide me to it? And she just walked around and said, I don't understand where anything is. And she kept walking. And then she got two of her colleagues, and they were also young people. So now there's three people together walking around going, I'm so confused. I don't know where things, do you know where? No, we don't know anything. And then they just turned to me and they said, we don't know. We can't help you. Now, I remember when I worked in a store when I was young, in the 90s. Right. Those were different times. I worked in a shopping mall where there was a McDonald's across from the supermarket that I worked in. Suddenly one day, it was a glorious day, the power went out. And so I right away seized my opportunity like a, supermarket soldier. And I ran over to the McDonald's and I said, listen, this is our moment. You know what I mean? Give me all those burgers, which are now going to go bad anyway. And what do you want from the store? And I'll steal it for you. You know?
Yeah.
Like a real man.
Yeah.
Like a real employee.
You're right.
Or a real human, I'd say.
I would say human.
Me too. So anyway, they said, get us a bunch of soda. We want tons of soda. And I just ran to the store. I got all the soda. I ran back out with a garbage bag of soda. They gave me a garbage bag of burgers, and I sat in the corner of the store, and I was just eating burgers. I think I got through like 9 burgers, and then suddenly the lights came on, and the boss was looking at me, like sitting there with burgers all over me and a garbage bag full of McDonald's. It was such a great day. But anyway, all I'm saying is those 3 young people that I met at that store who couldn't even help me find the pesto, they would never have been able to pull off a scheme like that.
What do you mean, steal from the store they're working in?
It isn't stealing if the power goes out. It's salvaging. It's saving.
Yeah, the purge is now going on. Now you can just start killing people.
No, but it's recycling.
Hey, the power's out. I'm going to kill everybody in here. And then, the light's on. I'm sorry.
No, but this is an environmental, this is like I'm saving the planet.
Laws don't cease to exist because the power goes out.
When you're saving the planet, that goes above laws.
Really?
Yeah.
Saving the planet?
I was saving the planet one burger at a time.
Okay, so you're saying that Greta Thunberg, she can just steal anywhere?
Look.
And then, she's saving the whales or something.
Listen to me. There were other people sitting in other parts of the store also with their own McDonald's situation. It's not the guy who was rogue,
I'm pretty sure you were. Yeah, you were the only one.
All I'm saying is these people wouldn't know an opportunity if it hit them in the head.
That I do agree with.
See?
And look at you, how much you've accomplished with that mindset.
Great things.
I mean, you're an inspiration.
I'm inspiring people on a daily basis.
But my point in what I said about the stupid people in stores.
Yeah.
Because I just said, well, I thought you worked here, and then the other guy, like, hey, we have different sizes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do.
Right.
Right. I didn't engage in a bigger conversation with them because I wasn't brave enough. Because a brave person would start questioning them and lying and stuff, right?
Arguing with
them. But I stalled and I crashed. Like, I should have been a braver person. So, by the way, so the topic of what you just said, to tell the truth, that is not necessarily brave. To lie is being brave.
I think.
Do you have any quotes from this book that we need to hear?
Oh my God, there's so many great
We
quotes.
should read something from this new Bible of yours.
Oh man, you listen, don't be too intimidated because you're going to understand right away how I'm going to surpass you and most other people in life.
So you'll get the book. So because I'm pretty sure that people now listening to some of these quotes here is going to make people reboot their brain completely. Like I remember when I started thinking for the first time. Like people, it's just like my brain went online when I heard this.
I remember when my life began.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff.
So what do you got for us from this book you are reading? Because you are a reader now.
Listen, I don't like to brag, but I'm reading.
Yeah.
And I'm becoming more powerful by the moment.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So here we go.
You can hear the pages turning.
You don't even want to know about these
People
pages.
don't know about paper anymore.
Okay. Here we go. So here we go. Here's one. Always say less than necessary.
Wow.
When you're trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Even if you're saying something banal, it will seem original if you make it vague, open-ended, and sphinx-like. Powerful people impress and intimidate by saying less. The more you say, the more likely you are to say something stupid.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Again, who wouldn't agree with that?
Listen, you don't want to appear common, is all I'm saying. You don't want to be a commoner.
Don't be a commoner.
Be a king, you know?
So here's a quote you told me, you sent me. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies.
That's right.
And this is a game changer right here.
And if you don't have enemies,
Create them.
that's right. Make them.
Yeah.
Make enemies.
This is called judgment. Okay. So, be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them.
That's right. That's right. So a smart people is out there making enemies on a regular basis.
Yes,
You know?
I agree.
And I'm just going to read one last thing here, and then we'll get into it, right? Always conceal your intentions. And I'm
Right.
assuming, especially when making enemies.
Again, one of my favorites.
Especially when making enemies.
Right.
Definitely don't let them know you're trying to become enemies with
Of
them.
course.
Here we go. Okay, if at any point in the deception, I like that because life is just one big deception, you know?
Yeah.
Just takes for granted. My whole life is a deception. If at any point in the deception, right, you practice, if at any point people have the slightest suspicion about your intentions, all is lost.
That is true.
All is lost.
Yeah.
You understand? Throw them off the scent by dragging red herrings across the path. Use false sincerity, send ambiguous signals, set up misleading objects of desire. Unable to distinguish the genuine from the false, they cannot pick out your real goal, which is for them to become my enemy.
Wow.
I know, right? So I think most people are too nice, naive,
Yeah.
and they don't have enough enemies.
If you don't have enemies, there's something you're doing. There's something you're doing wrong with life in general.
Anywhere you show up, you should leave there with at least 2 enemies.
If you don't have enemies, you're lying to the world,
And to yourself.
but not in a good way. You're lying in the bad way,
Right.
because you're not being. Because first of all, human beings shouldn't be with each other. If you think about it, we're not created to be hanging out.
We're created to live in individual sort of bunkers
Yeah.
with shotguns.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen, you need human interaction. Yes. And, I know some people who would claim that we need love and that we need the comfort of other human beings. Sure. But not all the time.
No.
You don't need that all the time. And that's what they never tell you in psychology. Like, hey, we need human interactions. Yeah, but not 24/7. You need that for, maybe 10 minutes, and then you go out hunting and then killing animals.
What do you need for the rest of the time?
You need a gun and a dream.
So true. Finally, somebody said it.
but they never teach you that.
They don't teach you anything in school.
No.
They don't teach us anything that matters. Right? And that's why we need to get these books
Yeah, we need to write our own. We need to copy that and put our name on it.
That's so true. That's so true.
Who is that guy, by the way?
Robert Greene?
Yeah?
He's a really smart guy.
Okay.
Here's what he said.
That doesn't really cut it. Who is he?
No. Robert Greene is his name. But trust me, this guy's a genius.
Well, he looks smart.
He's a psychologist, actually.
He is.
Yeah, but he's ruthless. So can I give an example of something he talks about?
Well, let me just give you some context there. Robert Greene is an American author who writes about strategy, power, and seduction.
That's right.
He's written several bestsellers. 48 Laws of Power, The Art of Seduction.
I bought that one too, by the way.
And the 33 Strategies of War. It's like not many round numbers on this guy.
No.
It's 48 and it's 47 of this, and hey, it's 6 of those.
But I also bought The Power of Seduction, which is going to make me the most dangerous man in Europe pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, we did have one 70 years ago. You probably read something equivalent.
You probably read something along the same lines.
Yeah.
But can I give you one example of something he talks about in one of his interviews? He does a lot of interviews.
Does Robert Greene believe in God? I'll just say this. Greene is a disciple of the Zen Buddhism. Regarding his Jewish roots, Greene purports elsewhere. I'm Jewish, but I don't have a hardcore spiritual practice. I'm not a hardcore atheist. I'm sort of how Einstein was. He wasn't a believer in the Jewish God. Right.
Okay. So here's something he does. You get a lot farther in life if people don't fear you. Like, or to put it this way, if I think you're continuously trying to steal my money, I'm going to be very aware of you.
Yeah.
But if I think you're dumber than me, I'm not worried about you. I'm worried about someone else who I think is smarter than me.
Right.
Who wants all my money. Anyway, so here's what he does. He'll get into a social situation, and then he'll make a claim that obviously he doesn't believe, but some kind of claim to make him seem dumber than he is. Something like, Kamala Harris is so smart. I'm going to vote for Kamala Harris. And then the person he's talking to will say, no. She's actually not that smart. And then make tons of arguments for why Kamala Harris is not a good fit to be president. And then he'll let himself seem persuaded by this person.
Right.
Wow, you really won me over. I didn't know all this. I really feel like I know a lot more now that I've talked to you. And now this other person thinks they're smarter than him, and now he's got them right where he wants them.
It's genius.
Right?
I think it's genius.
And so then now he starts his campaign of terror. In the shadows.
Right. Where they belong.
Where they belong. The terror belongs in the shadows. But anyway, so look, there are a lot of people who simply are so insecure that they can't stand the idea of seeming stupid or incompetent to gain leverage over someone.
Right.
They simply have to talk about how great they are, etc. And so because the majority of people are like that, you can get really far if you can try to convince people you're dumb.
I think comedians do this all the time. They go on stage and they're like, oh, I'm so dumb, and and then but what they've planned to say on stage is like down to the molecule. It's like because people don't fear the person who's like stupid on stage. Hi everybody, where am I?
What year is this?
Yeah, like, is this a microphone? And people are like, he's so dumb. I'm smarter than him.
Right.
And then he says things that are funny, and people are like, wow, that's funny. I don't fear him. That's funny. Right? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. I'm laughing. And then you see the guy the next day, and you're like, oh my God, he's planned this. Because it's like a magician. He's actually not dividing a person in two. It's a trick.
That's it.
But how did he do that? He's flying in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
People fly here.
Yeah.
No, it's wires, but they hide the wires.
That's right.
And that's what the comedians do as well. They hide the wires.
Right.
You don't see you just see a guy who's like funny and stupid, and like people love fat, ugly, stupid people. to laugh at because I don't fear him. He would never steal my wife. I can laugh of him.
Right. He would never steal my potatoes.
Exactly. I could kill him myself.
Yeah, that's right.
People love to laugh at people they could kill.
They love it. I hear
That's their preferred comedy.
I hear it's a national pastime in some
People
countries.
love it.
They laugh at people they could kill. In some countries, they don't do anything else. But I remember a couple of years ago when I became single, against my will, obviously.
Okay, sure.
Then I'd been in a relationship for like 7 years, and you told me, listen, if you go on a date, be sure to ask about her.
Who said that?
You said that.
I said that?
You said, be curious about the other person. You have a tendency to talk a lot. Don't talk. Be anyone but yourself.
I told you this.
You told me this, and you said you have to ask about this other person. Be curious about this other person. Completely take all the focus you have inwardly and put it all outwardly toward this other person. And then I bought that book, The Power of Seduction.
Right.
And the whole book is about that. That's the whole book. You sure you didn't have a hand in writing that book?
No, I think it's common sense.
You would think so, but it isn't at all.
People should shut their mouth when they're talking.
Yeah. That's
Okay?
right. Yeah.
You should shut your mouth and ask the lady, do you like cheese?
So agree. I so agree.
Do you think cheese is a kind of meat?
Do you also?
Like what?
You also-
You're scaring me. And that's what women respect.
And then you say, really? What else scares you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's always about them.
It's always about them, yeah.
And then like, but why are you talking about cheese? Why do you think that I am talking about cheese? What do you think? Why do you think I'm talking about cheese?
Yeah. Why do you think people talk about cheese in general?
What's your problem with cheese? Why are you suspicious towards cheese?
What is this paranoia
Yeah.
of the cheese industry?
Why are you crying right now when I talk about cheese?
Why are you crying right now when I refuse to let go of the topic of cheese?
Yes. Why are you scared to be alone with me when I talk about cheese for hours and hours? Stuff like that.
Just stuff like that. And that's seduction.
Yes. That is real seduction. That's when you know they really love you.
And that's how they remember you too.
100%.
You know, I think to be memorable, you have to create an emotion in people.
Yes.
If you can associate a relentless topic of cheese that you just refuse to let go of with fear now, right? You'll be remembered.
And now when you then drop that topic and you talk about something else, how glad she is.
The sweet relief.
And it's a sweet relief, and they're like, wow, this is so much better now.
So as opposed to you being this really scary guy who won't let go of cheese, you're now the guy who freed her from the cheese psychosis.
Exactly.
Right.
I would say like it's like you have a job, and you hate your job. You hate it, you hate it, you hate it.
Yep.
And then you start in a new job. But that's even worse. Now you miss your old job that you hated.
That's it.
So that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like he was talking for cheese and I couldn't leave, and then he started talking about my childhood and that was way better. We're married now.
That's way. You know what I loved about him is he stopped talking about cheese the first time I met him.
Yes, and he gave me the keys to let myself out,
That's it.
and we're engaged now.
Finally.
Stuff like that. So it's all about how.
Sorry, he eventually gave me the keys.
Yes. So it's all about creating a situation where they feel that it has become better.
Listen.
And this is not only men towards women now.
Yeah.
This situation we're talking about, this women can do this towards men too.
That's
and
true.
they do it.
Yeah. And like, you know, dogs can do it to lamp posts. Like anyone can do it to anyone.
Hey, everybody can play this game.
Everyone can play this. This game's for everyone.
Yeah. Right?
Ages 2 and up. And so here's literally what he says. And this is relevant because you are somehow blessed with the divine spark of understanding this stuff without ever having read the book.
Listen, I don't want to brag, but that's true.
So true. So true. And it's just like you acknowledge it.
Yep.
But here's what he says. He says, listen, if you're a really insecure person and you're constantly thinking, what does this person think of me? How does my hair look? Do I seem stupid? Am I being likable, etc.?
Yeah.
That's gonna ruin everything. You got to be outwardly directed. And he says, if you can bring up something that the other person said 2 hours ago, and they feel like, wow, this person is really listening to me, you will then charm them so much that they will be powerless over your seduction.
I never read this book, but there was a guy called something that wrote a book called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think it's something Carnegie.
Right?
I think it's written by Carnegie himself.
Right?
How to win friends. I don't know. I don't. Whatever. I could Google it, but I just refuse to.
Good. Nice.
It's too much Googling now.
Too much.
Who did that? Who like? Can't you just like
Let it go. Just let it go.
Let it go. Believe something just for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he said, "How to win friends and influence people. Talk about them.
Yeah.
Tell me more about yourself." And I had a friend who was a complete insane person who got drunk, and he was networking because he had like a business thing going. And he went over to a guy and like, oh yeah, tell me about yourself. And the guy like, and then he's just like, well, I'm from there. And like, tell me more about yourself. Tell me more about yourself. And the guy got scared. I'm like, I have to go. But no, you should tell me more about yourself.
Oh man.
Tell me more about yourself. I gotta go. I have kids and a wife. Please
Tell me more about your kids.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So there's a balancing act here,
yeah.
right? Life is pretty much a balancing act.
It is. It is. It's a circus act that involves balance.
So how to win friends and influence people? Well, you make them talk about themselves.
Yep.
That's how you do it.
You make them at gunpoint.
You threaten them to talk about themselves. That's how you do it.
You paint them into a corner where they have to talk
Now
about
you
themselves.
tell me about yourself.
And then you just stand there and go, tell me more about yourself.
Tell me more about yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's how you do it.
It is.
And that's how you then gain some kind of a relationship and trust. And then now they want to invest in you.
Right.
You know that guy I met the other day who forced me to talk about myself?
Yeah.
He gave me a business proposition.
That's it.
What? Well, he wants me to wager my house in his tricycle business.
Right.
And then boom.
Yeah. And then boom. But okay. Why do people love to talk about themselves?
Narcissism. It's exposing the narcissism in a person. And people love it. They love to talk about themselves.
Right.
And even people who know that they shouldn't be talking about themselves love to talk about themselves. And it's easy to talk as long as you're talking about yourself.
Yeah.
But enough of what I think of me. What do you think of me?
There it is. Yeah.
So it's as long as it's about you, people can listen for hours.
Yeah.
Why do people smile in a wedding when people are like, well, we have a lot of guests here tonight, so this person is here, and they can't wait. Oh, I can't wait till they get to me. I can't wait. It's about me.
Yeah.
That they love it.
Yeah.
Did you mention me in your speech?
Mm-hmm.
They love it.
I remember in the very beginning, I would meet some people and they said, you haven't said a word about yourself. And I said, really? What do you think about the fact that I haven't said a word about myself? And then we'd be back on them.
Yeah.
And it was just great. I mean, I remember I went for a walk with one, I'm a sober guy, it's not a lot of drinking and martinis and being cool at bars. Just going for a walk and I went on like a 2-hour walk with this one woman and she talked about herself for 2 hours, right? Because I forced her to only talk about herself. And at the end of it, she hadn't asked me one question and she didn't know one thing about me.
That's great.
And she said, wow, it was so nice getting to know you better.
Yeah. So she thought by talking about herself that she got to know you.
Yeah. Why is that?
I'll tell you exactly. Because the fact that you were listening to her
tells her all she needs to know.
Exactly.
That's crazy. You know what? That's going to save somebody's life this weekend.
There's a guy right now, listen to this, thinking about jumping.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
He turned around right when he heard that.
He started a business. He's a billionaire now.
It took him 20 seconds.
Yeah.
That's all he needed to know.
That's all he needed to know.
Wow, because you're a good listener, that's all they need to know.
That's all they need to know?
You know, I got to tell you, recently I had this situation. I was involved in a project, and I had to pull out of the project. There was just too much insanity, right? I mean, as you know, this is a very sane podcast.
This is a sane zone.
It's a sane space, yeah.
Sane space.
So I pulled out, and I said, listen, I can't do this anymore. And then one of the people there who I thought I knew, he said, here's what you should be thinking, here's what you should be feeling, and here's what you should be doing. And I said, whoa, I don't want any of your advice. And he wasn't curious for 1 second about why I was leaving. He was just telling me what to think, telling me what to feel, telling me how to act, and giving me tons of unsolicited advice.
Right.
And it was infuriating. It was infuriating because there's something like, I'm better than you. I don't need to listen to anything you have to say. Just do what I say, you know? And it was just the worst feeling ever. And so if you can be the opposite of that, I think it's almost like a drug when you're so interested about something. You're telling me you have 2 brothers? Tell me more, you know? You're just right there like, what? You're telling me you went to Spain when you were 17? Tell me more, you know?
Spain? Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of Spain. Anyway, so I just think like when I was met with this person who didn't ask me one question about me,
Yeah.
but even worse than that, just kept giving me advice. Look, people have come to me in my life and they've said, hey, can you give me some advice? I'll ask them about 50 questions about the situation and still not give them advice, even when I know everything. This guy knows nothing. He doesn't even want to know anything. He's just giving advice.
Let me ask you about this person who gave you advice. Where is he today?
I mean, probably in his house with his wife and kids.
Happy?
I think so.
Successful?
I think so.
Oh, so maybe you should have listened.
He has a huge business.
Yeah, I think you should have listened to him.
No, but that's not the part of it. It's just don't tell people what to do. Ask them about them.
Yeah, but he is successful and he has a family and everything that you want, and he tried to give you some solid advice.
He didn't try. He just gave it to me.
Yeah, he forced you. He forced advice onto you.
He forced advice onto me.
Yeah.
It was a violation, is what it was.
It's a violation.
Yeah, it was an attack on my freedom.
But the advice could have saved your life.
It really couldn't have in this situation.
Why not?
Because it wasn't about business or family.
Because it was forcing?
Huh?
What?
It was the equivalent of this. Let's say you told me, I don't like onions. Let's say that hypothetical situation was real.
Yeah.
That you actually didn't like onions.
Yeah.
Like a crazy person.
Like an insane one.
Right? And instead of saying, wow, that sounds terrible, let's go find something without onions in it, I say, well, you should like onions. So shut your mouth and like them.
Here's what because I do not like onions.
You really?
So that's, I'm just putting it out there.
Wow.
But I've eaten with people, all genders here.
Of course.
Where I don't want onions. You don't like onions?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I don't like onions. Why don't you and then it's just like they're bashing me with their onion whatever.
Their onion talk.
And then they get something and it's like some peppers on it. And then they take away the peppers. Like, what are you doing? I don't like peppers. Okay, so you gave me shit about the onions, but you don't like peppers. Yeah, but onions are good.
Wow.
And it's like, how stupid are you as a human being? How have you survived this far?
Yeah.
Being like that insane.
Mm-hmm.
Because when people say to me, I don't like mayonnaise.
Typical thing to say.
That's fine. I don't care what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love you.
And I never will.
And I never will. Right?
That's right.
But for some reason, when I say I don't want onions, you don't like onions? Okay, do you love me? No, I hate you.
Yeah.
So why are you
involving yourself?
Why am I placing an order and you're like giving me like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And then you have like an insane request yourself right after.
Right.
I have a friend who's an insane doctor.
Right.
He's clinically insane.
Yeah.
He should be researched on and then killed. Okay?
Absolutely.
So I don't like the onions and whatever it is. Okay? Can I not have the garlic naan? I want the plain naan. You don't like the garlic? I said, I don't want it right now. There's garlic in the Indian food. I don't need more garlic. This is enough with the garlic. And then he says something insane. Like, hey, can I have my Coca-Cola? Could you put that in the freezer now? And then when the dinner comes, you give me the soda? And they were like, what? It is cold in the fridge. No, but I want it super cold. It's like, yeah, but I can give you ice cubes. Yeah, but that waters out the soda. Mm-hmm. And then like, you were just 1 second ago giving me shit that I don't want the garlic naan. Mm. And you now are asking them to go out of their way, not just to take the Coke out of the fridge, which is a perfectly sane thing to do, but now go insane into the fridge, into the freezer, put it there for an amount of time, let's say 15 minutes, and then give it to you.
You know, unlike us, people have a lot of problems.
And I didn't say anything. Why? Because I don't love him. I want this government to hunt him down and to take his organs.
For sport.
For sport. Mm-hmm. But I don't say anything.
No.
I just hope that happens.
Of course.
But he's like up in my business.
Yeah. People, you know, it's stories like that make me get down on my knees and thank God that we started this podcast.
And people agrees with us.
Of course they do, but they need help.
You listen to this podcast right now. Write into us. I don't know, Instagram or email, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. You find the contact.
Yeah. What has your insane doctor friend done recently?
What? Yeah, but it doesn't have to be a doctor because they're all insane. But like, what do your insane friends tell you that you shouldn't do and give you shit about? And what problems do they have that you don't comment on?
Because you don't love them or anyone.
You shouldn't love anyone.
You shouldn't. And why shouldn't you? I mean, I know why, but just out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Why do you think we shouldn't?
Because love is weakness.
It is so weakness.
Because if you love... Okay, listen. You're in a hostage situation.
Which is so common.
I mean, it's every day now. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting a hostage taker.
That's it.
Right?
That's it.
If a guy knows in a bank that you have family there, he's forcing the family member you have, like, okay, either you tell me the password to this safe or he's getting it.
Yeah.
And like, of course, I mean, you give the code.
Yeah.
But if you don't love that guy, you're not giving up anything.
That's true.
Love is weakness.
No, you know what? If you don't love anyone, they'll never get the code.
Exactly.
That's the T-shirt we should print.
Yes.
And sell to people at our merch stand.
Yes. We have like a stand.
On the side of the road?
Side of the road.
Next to the apple
Truth
pie
Train
stand.
podcast. They have a stand? Yeah, I don't know. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
But the point is, you don't give up information if they're threatening you with people you don't love.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm going to kill this person if you don't do this. Yeah, but I don't love that person, so good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you want people to die? I don't care. I
don't
don't love them.
I don't care who dies, ever.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. I have nothing invested in anyone's death.
Like, yeah, but don't you have a wife? No. Why? Because of hostage situations.
Yeah.
But don't you have kids? No. Why? Because of threats.
Yeah, because
extortion.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't want to get extorted. That's why I don't have a family.
That's it. Which is the number one reason in America right now for not having a family.
Why don't you have a family? Because I don't want to be taken advantage of.
That's it. Because I refuse to be weak in a hostage situation.
Exactly. You're preparing yourself for the inevitable.
It is, and that's what it is. People don't think it's inevitable. You know what I mean? But violent crime is the future. And you can either
participate or be with our family.
You can
it's
choose.
Either or now. But pick and choose, people. Take a side.
Because look, you can be you can be a victim that is not interesting to them, or you can be a very interesting victim. And the last thing you want to be is an interesting victim.
Again.
And that
Spoken like a true.
that would be a great Harrison Ford movie. A Victim of Interest.
Victim of interest.
Yeah, in like 99, they could have made something like
Because
that.
everybody is a victim now. I'm a victim. Why I'm poor? I'll tell you. Because of capitalism.
Right, right.
Okay, but do you want a job? What kind of job?
Yeah.
Yeah, but okay, so you're not even. Yeah, but I just want but how much money you have? I don't have any money. Okay, what if I gave you a job and then you can make some money?
Hold on, let me just say real quick, just to summarize it. People with guns aren't interested in people who love people.
Exactly.
Sorry. People with guns aren't interested in people who don't love people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So they shove you aside to find the people who are weak.
Like you're robbing something and like, do you have a family? Yes. Okay, you're a person of interest now.
Excellent.
And like, do you have a family? No. Okay. What, do you have family? I have like one. Okay, I can work with you. The people with big families and people who love them a lot, can they raise their hands?
That's it.
Like a lot of people love me. Okay, get over here. Okay, rest of you who don't have families, you're too miserable anyway. I'll let you go.
That's it. And if you were in a bank, you'd be like, "Hey, you there in the corner who hates onions, get out."
Hey, you're the guy in the corner who's like really not affected by this situation. Why is that? Well, I have nothing to do really.
Yeah.
Okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
I need people crying and begging.
I need emotional people.
Like you're on your phone playing a game
of Tetris
in the middle of a bank robbery. What are you doing?
That's it.
I have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Okay, get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can stay. I mean, you ordered pizza, right?
Yeah.
Did the negotiator tell you about the pepperoni? Yeah, but get out of here. We don't need you.
Speaking of which, you know that crazy doctor you talked about earlier?
Yeah.
I remember doing a show with him up north once, and it was just me and him and one third person who all had to do 20 minutes each. And he was playing chess on his phone.
Right.
Up until 2 seconds. Like they were calling his name.
Yeah.
And he was still like vexed over some chess move on his phone. And then like a complete psycho, he put the phone away and went on stage and then delivered 20 minutes.
That's so psycho.
It is so psycho. And he's talking to you about non-bread?
Yeah, how dare he?
He's got a lot of problems.
Yeah, how dare he?
Yeah. It's so funny, but he is my mortal enemy.
Of
course. But then whenever I have a medical problem, he helps me.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I'm trying so hard to keep our enemy status.
It's like you're in a war zone and then you have to buy components from your enemy to sustain the war.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same. And so it really is, the most annoying thing about him is like I'm working very hard to keep our enemy status where it is. And then he'll keep doing nice things for me, which makes it harder.
Yeah, right before you think, okay, I have enough hatred now to end this, he gives you some medicine or helps you out in some way.
He phoned in a prescription for my mom in the weekend.
Exactly.
I mean, what am I supposed to do with that?
Well, you have to like lessen the hate for a while. And then so right before the explosion happens, he kind of gives you like a small relief thing.
Yeah, well, kind
relief vowel.
Yeah, a little.
A little. But that's all you need.
Yeah, I guess.
I
guess.
Okay, in conclusion here.
Yeah.
Let's end this on a very informative note.
Yeah. Optimistic, informative. Well, no. Let's just calm down. I think that optimism truly is like stupidity. And I'm quoting you now.
Love is weakness.
And optimism is stupidity.
And optimism is stupidity. Mm-hmm. Go out there lying alone with a dream and a lot of magazines for your gun.
Right.
That's what you need to be happy. And you need some human interaction every now and then. Sure.
Yeah.
Go to the store, buy some more cans of beans, and then run right back into the woods. Mm-hmm. That human interaction you just had at the store, that's all you need.
That's it. And also find more enemies.
Yes, that too.
And hire them to start your business.
Yes. And then call us when you make the billions.
Yeah. And like, to put it this way, I think the people I feel most sorry for in 2025 are those who are in denial of the fact that life at this point is just one infinite hostage situation.
Genius. Bye.